that is it. Match to Miss Natalia Baldoni.
Coming up next, men's singles. But for now, let's stop a minute and take a look at our beautiful tennis center backdrop.
A beautiful and very hot day.
It's George!
Holy cow, it's a scorcher. Boy, I bet you that guy could cover a lot of court.
Hey, buddy, they got a new invention. It's called a napkin. Well, we'll take a station break and continue with more action.
Welcome into the DNVR Lockers podcast, brought to you by Strava Craft Coffee. Remember to use that promo code DNVR20 because you get 20% off your entire purchase of that CBD-infused, deliciously rich, and potentially life-altering Strava Craft Coffee. I am your host, Drew Creasman, of course, and on this episode, we've got a very special edition for all of you, a Thanksgiving edition. We have many, many guests. Of course, you know, beat writer Patrick Lyons always joining us here. You know, Kalle Sorbo, super producer from behind the scenes. You know, Makayla Perkins as our social media director and massive baseball fan, and you're getting to know Big Drive Spence and hopefully following the DNVR golf fellas. If you are a golf fan, I know we got a lot of people who are big into it. If you're not checking out what they're doing out over there, you are missing out. And today we get to talk food. Now, our NBA guys have taken the easy route here, all right, quite frankly. And you should go and listen. Look, if you want your draft for Thanksgiving Day foods, everybody does. And Team Wind, by the way, turkey and apple pie are absolute necessities. So go check out what the NBA guys have done if you want your Thanksgiving foods. But we've got our own corner of the universe. Ballparks are a place that have food entirely unto themselves. So with apologies to George Costanza and a number of others of us out there who have made fools of ourselves, making a mess out there at the ballpark, eating, you know, one of the best things to do when you go to the ballpark is eat some food. So before we get into the draft and you all can decide who comes out with the best team here, we got to start by talking about some just out there and wild, like things that aren't going to get taken in the draft. You know, we're taking the items you can expect. There are some unique things out there. Makayla, you were bringing up one just before we came on. So why don't you get us started with the, is there a name to this thing? It's 3 pounds? Tell the people what this thing is.
Yeah, so I have a bucket list of places that I want to go. All of them are ballparks. I have to go to all of them before my 30th birthday. But I also have a bucket list of food that I want to try at these ballparks. And number one on this list is at the Texas Rangers ballpark. It's a 2-pound chicken tender, and it's called the foul pole. Double points for funny puns. And it looks like a heart attack on a chicken tender, but it looks amazing, and I am dying to try this thing. I don't know how you make a 2-pound chicken tender, but I'm determined to try it.
Yes. As somebody who has often answered the question, I don't know why we get this all the time, especially like on TDSP, people ask us, if you could only have one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? But my answer to that is usually somewhere in the realm of chicken wing, chicken tender, chicken wing. And so I'm with you 100% of the way. Patrick, I know there are a couple others out there. Kalle, Spence, jump in if you've got others that are some of your favorite, just weird ones or things that you've had at different parks.
Hold up. I've got a picture of this foul pole pulled up, and we got to look at this.
It's massive. I was looking at it this morning, and it was...
I'm telling you guys.
Yes.
That's what
What is this? I'm
Everything is bigger.
Less interested in the giant chicken tender than I am the trough of waffle fries
Straight
with
up.
the several different dipping sauce options. That is my jam right there.
Everything is bigger and more deep fried.
Fries are right up my alley.
Yeah. Oh man, that is
Seattle. Seattle has possibly the weirdest ballpark food, and it's not sushi because some ballparks have that, and you know that's weird. I think Miami does too, which I don't necessarily think.
Am I trusting that?
Yeah, I don't. And in Miami, I get it. It's a seafaring town, but I just don't equate, sushi with Miami. But Seattle has seasoned or toasted grasshoppers. Yes, a little 4-ounce cup of grasshoppers with some kind of seasoning on it. They sold like over 1.5 million the first year. over $1 million the second year. They sell out very frequently, and people. It's one of those things where you go, I don't know what this is going to taste like. I kind of don't care what it tastes like, but I'm here. I'm at Safeco now, T-Mobile Park. I got to get the crickets, and it's like $4 or $5, $6, so it's really not that expensive. You're going to do it just for the gram. It's all for the gram.
Always
Wow. So what's worse, Spence? I'll get your thoughts first on this. Or which one of these two are you eating? The grasshopper or Rocky Mountain oysters?
I've actually eaten a grasshopper before. It was a dare. Somebody put a lighter to it and dared me $20 that I wouldn't do it, and I did. But I don't know. I think Rocky Mountain oysters don't bother me at all. I don't really think about what it is. I just eat it. I don't really think about what's in it.
Cool.
So
Rocky Mountain oysters, obviously you get past the part where we all know what a Rocky Mountain oyster is, but they're not bad tasting. They kind of just taste like fried meat.
Yeah, I'll have to take your word for that.
I'm not gonna figure that out.
I've been to Coors Field several hundred times at this point in my life, and I get that question. That's oddly enough, that's a question I get a lot from non-Rockies fans. Have you had the Rocky Mountain oysters? It's actually good. I actually don't imagine that would enhance experience in the slightest.
Yeah, down in Makayla's neck of the woods, in Arizona, they might even be crazier, I think, than the teams in Texas, because they every year they seem to come out with something new, almost like they're daring their fan base to not have a heart attack. And even if you do, hey, they've got EMTs, standing by, so it is fine. But last year, I think they introduced an 18-inch hot dog, which is just massive with all kinds of toppings and stuff on it, and that's just crazy with like bacon, fried eggs, hot sauce, hash browns. It's $30. So you're already going to be spending a lot more money than you probably would like to when you go to a ball game, but you might as well get a meal for the entire family. And yeah, Kalle, you were just over that one on the far left, the dessert, the churro dog.
What
the churro dog? Oh,
yeah.
2015.
Elite.
2015, I'm pretty sure that's when that came out. I remember hearing about it on the Sklar Brothers podcast. If you know sports, you probably should know the Sklar Brothers, great twin comedians who love their sports, and they were talking about it and highlighted it. And I was down in spring training, and went to town on that thing. I think it's 8,000 calories. So even if you split it with someone, it's ridiculous.
It's so worth it.
You split it with 4 people, you're still all getting your daily value of calories.
It's so worth it. It's so good. It's basically a Long John that they open up and they put a churro at the bottom of, and then they stack ice cream on top of it, and then you can top it with whatever you want, like Oreos, gummy worms, chocolate sauce, caramel sauce, whatever you want. It is to die for. And I am a churro aficionado, so when you add all that stuff with it, it's just like I died and went to heaven. It's one of my favorite things I've ever had.
Yeah,
you gotta order a Diet Coke on that. Gotta get a Diet Coke.
Well, also speaking of weird, the Braves have a pizza burger, which also, again, a heart attack in a meal. It's 2 little mini pizzas and a burger sandwiched in between, which who came up with that is probably an overgrown frat boy. But are you serious? 2 pizzas and a burger? That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it reminds me when people make burgers with 2 grilled cheese as the bun. I'm like, is that what a cheeseburger needed? More butter and more cheese? That's what we needed on a cheeseburger.
Spencer, I got a feeling you've had some interesting top and bottom on your burger. Have you gone the grilled cheese route? Have you gone the mini pizza route? Or have you gone the donut route?
I've gone actually all 3 routes. All the
trifecta.
When I lived in the Springs, in college we had I want to say it was a smash burger or what, I forget exactly what, but it was on Powers, and we'd go there every Friday night. That was our cheat day when we were all working out together. And then it was every week it was something different. But the donuts, I was like, all of them are a lot, but the grilled cheese is actually fire. I love grilled cheese, and then just putting a burger in the middle of it, I was like, you can't lose with this.
Oh man, that is too much. I can't do it.
Yeah, well, and going back to what Kalle showed us, that from Arizona, I've been to Chase Field, and that the top middle picture, that D-Bat dog, that's 18-inch hot dog with bacon in it, jalapenos, cheese, and I scarfed one of those down.
Isn't it deep fried too? It looks deep fried, like the dog itself, not the like whole thing, like encapsulated or anything. Oh, we lost Spencer.
Oh no, I was really hanging on the edge for the answer to that question too. Oh, we got him back.
My back.
Yeah,
he's back.
Yeah, so that was that wild card playing game, and I watched Greg Holland give up a few runs and just drown my sorrows from going down to Arizona to watch that game with one of those D-Bat dogs. So
I was at that game as well, and it was definitely needed. But Arizona's so good at coming up with crazy ballpark food. I don't know why, but like even on their menu right now, they've got a 16-inch rye hot dog that is like a Reuben mixed with like a hot dog, and it's got like pickles, mac and cheese, sauerkraut, and green onion. Like it's just a mess. And then they've got a big jalapeno popper dog, which is a hot dog with jalapeno cream cheese, bacon, fried jalapenos, and onions. Like they just come up with the craziest stuff, but it all sounds
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Have they ever had, Makayla, have they ever had like rattlesnake or any kind of snake inside their hot dog? There's a place by Coors Field called Biker Jim's that has rattlesnake and jackrabbit. They've got all kinds of interesting hot dog flavors. Fire. You got to check them out. But have they ever actually served snake at Chase Field? I
don't think so. I'm not sure though. I know that they had something like that was snake themed. It was like their pit viper sandwich, but it didn't have like actual snake in it. But I'm not sure if they've ever, I mean, I'm sure maybe at one point they thought of something like that, but I've never heard of it, but who knows?
It's intense.
Who knows? All right. What else? What other crazy foods like ballparks? We're talking specifically about ballparks, but like stadium food in general. What's the craziest thing everybody's eaten?
Right.
It's not crazy, but like the best thing I ever had was the carne asada fries at Angel Stadium. Those were fire.
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
Yeah, they put them in a little Angels helmet, and I still have it. And it's really good. I love the carne asada fries.
Well, carne asada fries in general are just like incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I think I once had like some kind of fish. I don't know, maybe it was like a fish and chip kind of thing in Milwaukee, and I was like, I was totally expected to meat it up, to go with some sausage or something like that, some bratwurst, and they had some kind of fish that looked somewhat appealing. It was definitely better than the fillet of fish at McDonald's. I'll give them that. So they did well. So that was kind of an odd situation where that was not what I was expecting. Again, you should not be getting seafood in a landlocked state. Repeat, do not get seafood in a landlocked state.
Here's my question about Wisconsin, though. Does that count? Because they've got the Great Lakes. So, like, it's landlocked, but there's some really good seafood, quote-unquote seafood, but there's some really good fish that you get from the Great Lakes.
Are you trying to make me look bad here now?
No, I just want to ask you a question.
All right, you know what? You want to throw that in my face? Upper Peninsula, buddy. Upper Peninsula, okay? So Wisconsin does not have as much waterfront property as you would think because of the Upper Peninsula. That's Michigan.
You're correct. So I will sit here corrected.
Don't take that from him. Don't buy that.
He gave it to me though. I gotta give him that. You know what? So I'm gonna call that a draw. That was a draw.
All right.
Yeah. Any other big wild ones before we get into the draft?
I had lobster rolls at Fenway, and that was pretty fire. I'm a big
so
seafood
jealous.
fan, so.
I've heard my dad has had those, and he says they're worth all the hype.
I'm so jealous.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
If the Red Sox hadn't broken my heart way back when, I probably would be more excited about that, but still haven't forgiven them for 2008.
I mean,
Ever.
at some point, it's Fenway, and you just got to be like, well, I'm at Fenway, so.
Right. All right, well, let's do the dang thing. Let's get to the main event in this corner. No, wait, there's 5 corners. That's not going to work.
Unless we're to the Pentagon.
Yeah, it's called the Pentagon.
Right. Oh wait, is that how we decided draft order? Did we pick?
I can change the draft order. This is just what I did ahead of time. We've got Patrick, we've got Spence, we've got Drew, we've got the GOAT, Makayla, obviously, and then that's gonna be me for today. So
I appreciate the GOAT. That means a lot.
So from this distance, it does appear as if just Spencer has no graphic whatsoever. But I think we're going to spin it and say that's a golf ball, friends. That's a golf ball.
It is a
It
golf
is literally a golf ball if the screen resolution is good enough.
There we go.
There it is. Love it.
Now I see the dimples in Drew's cheeks.
All
right. Well, if I'm going to go, I'm very happy that I'm able to go first. I was a little bit worried. I think I would have done fine in the 4 or 5 spot because someone was going to make a mistake early on, and I was still going to be able to kind of get what I wanted. But now this leaves no question. This isn't easy. This is a layup. My work's going to come in my 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Picks 10 through 22 is really where I'm going to win or lose this. How long are we going for here?
We got 400 rounds like the actual MLB draft, right?
Nice.
Just 5 rounds.
I can.
So
the longer
25
this goes, the more that I think this goes into my favor. So this is great. I'm not going to mess this up. This is pretty simple. The quintessential ballpark food that when you go to a game, you simply have to get it, whether you're a vegetarian or not, is a hot dog.
Yeah.
It's a good pick.
It's easy.
I can't hate on that pick. It's a good pick.
Yeah, you got to go chalk there, and that's the pick. That's the number 1 pick. I think,
We were expecting it. It's predictable.
Yeah,
it was.
It
It was predictable. All right,
And
Spencer, you are up, sir.
I do also want to say it is the only food where they have a special giveaway too. Like think about it. No other foods do they give discounts for. So they got the $1 hot dog day.
right.
I don't need
The
to
hot dog
convince
was
you guys anymore. I'm
invented
sorry.
at a ballpark. Like it's okay. You got a good pick. Quiet you.
Yeah, we call that the glizzy.
Yeah, that's what the kids.
All right.
That's an
Number 2, I'm going to go with my favorite ballpark food, and I think it's one that's ordered a ton. I think I'll get some good love on this one. I'm just going to go with the pretzel, the salted pretzel.
Okay.
Great pick. Great pick.
So
here's my question.
I get the cheese.
Yeah, do you get the cheese?
It's usually such dog, you know what, and it's like crusty and like gross that I just go, as long as it's salted enough. I love salt. So as long as it's salted enough, I'm good.
I'm a cheese guy myself.
feel like
the cheese at Coors Field isn't bad, especially if they get it from the machines and don't just give you the little cups.
Yeah, if you get a cup, you know you're hosed.
Yeah, and you just throw it away.
No need for that.
Good solid pick, Spencer. I'm not going to give you any guff on that, simply because I think there's a couple other picks that we might see here late in the 1st round, maybe early 2nd round, that I'm going to have a serious problem with. I'm just letting everybody know that when either of these two foods, if they go 3rd round, I'll be very proud of this bunch. But someone's going to slip up and go way too high. So you know what? It's not glamorous, but that's a good pick. It's not a mistake.
No, it's not a reach. Like, it's a dependable pick. It's like taking the top corner in the draft. You know, you might not want to take it at number 3, but you're going to be safe.
Okay, so I have a similar dilemma facing me here now, because I think this is, I'm going to admit, I think this is a little bit of a reach, and I'm just getting it because I don't think it's going to be on the board by the time my next pick comes around. I'm playing on the nostalgia of baseball fans and on my own nostalgia, and I am taking specifically ice cream in a helmet cup.
Wow.
Ice cream in a helmet, not just ice cream in a helmet.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good pick. I think it's a little bit of a reach. I think you could have gotten that in round 5, frankly, but here we are.
This is one of the you guys are amazing. I'm just going to say that this draft is not going how I was expecting it. Again, not any kind of, you didn't take Kobe Bryant there, Drew, but you definitely picked a perennial all-star. That is a great pick.
You have to remember, we're all playing to the popular vote here. I mean, ultimately, the winner is going to be decided by Twitter. So you want to play to some nostalgia. I get it, Drew. I get it.
Great pick.
Ice cream in a helmet.
Well, I'm
So
actually
good.
kind of glad that Drew picked that because I was scared that my pick was going to be off the board by the time it got to me. But sticking with the helmet theme, I obviously have to pick nachos and a helmet because it's
wow.
You
classic.
stole my pick, Makayla. You stole my pick.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Helmet nachos,
No,
they're
It was a great pick.
I couldn't leave it on the board. You got to get the jalapenos on there. You got to get all the cheese on there. It's classic.
3 of my top 4 Mount Rushmore selections have already been taken off the board. I'm frustrated, but I'm also very proud of everybody right now.
I thought I was going to be able to get the helmet nachos in the second round with my second back-to-back pick. It didn't happen. But here we are.
That was a great pick.
It was a great pick.
I'm going to have to wear my helmet that I ate nachos out of. I got to find that. Where is that?
All right, so I
Mine
am on the board at number 5. Where do I want to go with this since Makayla just snatched my pick right out from under me?
Sorry,
It's a
Right.
nice Snopes hat, by the way.
You know what I'm
Nice.
going to do? I'm doing it. It might be a spite pick, but I'm taking churros at number 5.
Oh,
Too high. Too high, but good.
It's a good. I mean, no one's going to argue with a churro. No, but I've never once heard anybody. Hey, man, you want a churro? Anybody say no to that question? Has anybody ever said no to that question? But that's a reach. That's a reach.
Are we snake drafting this?
Yeah, snake draft.
Yeah.
So I've got back-to-back picks. And at number 6,
No
I'm
chance to
playing
stop.
on Coors Field nostalgia, going down the same route, and I'm going to take a tornado here.
What?
Those are
What
so
now?
good.
The tornadoes,
The
they're rad. You can only get them at Coors Field, and
Is this an
they're
ice-
You got to spell it with the OUGH though.
they're fried pretzel dough that they dip in butter and cover in either Parmesan cheese or cinnamon sugar, and they're the best things I've ever had in my life.
Who's heard of this?
I've seen them. I forgot that was the name of it, and I've definitely had it, and it's good. But wow, kale.
It's very
Kale.
much like it is a classic Coors Field snack, and the fact that you guys are like not on board with this is, as Rockies fans, is making me upset.
Kale, it's fine. Remember, this is a ballpark food draft, not a Coors Field draft. So if you just basically want to blow your first round pick, that's fine. If you want to take a second round churro with your first pick and a third, maybe even fourth round pick with your second, that's fine. We're not going to hate on that.
I'm just saying, I'm playing to Rockies fans who are the ones voting on these polls.
We'll see
And
how
I
the-
think
we'll-
Rockies fans are going to
He's
show
doing a
up
good job,
for tornado.
Tanner.
Yeah,
You have to spell it with the DOUGH though.
Oh,
That's
you're
how
right. I
it's
do.
and you don't know how to
No.
spell it either. Like that's a flagrant right there. If his fifth pick, he may select a mini dinger stuffed animal, and it's like, come on, man, it's
Right.
not even edible. What are you doing?
Hey, I'm not complaining because I thought he was going to take mine. So,
Right.
I'm in the clear now. But another ballpark classic, something that I can't go to a game and not have, or even watch baseball and not have, sunflower seeds.
Mm.
Thought she was taking mine. That was close. That was close.
I think I know what you're thinking about, Drew, but it was hard choosing between those two. But I personally could not go to a baseball game without having sunflower seeds, so I had to pick my seeds.
Mm.
That's
Great pick.
tough because that takes me back. Like that's far more quintessential, especially for anybody who's going to be on the field or near the field, being on the baseball field.
Yep.
You got to have sunflower seeds. Like that's such a great choice right
When
there.
I was the general manager for my high school's team, they taught me how to eat seeds the right way. And from that point on, I've never been able to watch baseball without seeds.
Here's the question: should sunflower seeds really be a ballpark food?
Oh, yeah.
I only say that.
What are you kidding me? They sell the giant like sunflower seeds in masses at every ballpark in America you go to.
Well, I guess maybe I should have phrased it differently. You either have to eat it like Ace Ventura and you spit it into your hand, or it's going down the back of the neck of the guy sitting in front of you. Both of those I have a problem with. So that is why I put a question mark by sunflower seeds.
You get an extra
Just
cup
not because
for
I
your
drafted
seeds.
it.
Like
It's a good pick.
not that hard, Patrick. You just get an extra cup for your shells.
Spit at your feet. It's maybe one of the worst opinions you've ever had.
In a COVID world, sunflower seeds
Oh, damn it.
is a questionable pick.
All right, smart.
Drew, it's your pick.
Makayla knows where I'm going because she set me up for this.
Yeah.
You go to the ballpark. It's something you have to have. It's right there in the song. I'm taking Peanuts. It's the fan side of the sunflower seed. If I'm on the field, I gotta have sunflower seeds. If I'm in the stands, I gotta have peanuts. You can snack on peanuts for a good long while. Fantastic ballpark snack. Again, it's in the song. Like, it's very much a part of the baseball experience. Even if you're not having them at the ballpark, you're singing about them. Nailed it. Peanuts.
It's a good pick. Can't argue with that.
That's a good one.
My team isn't very nutritious yet, but we'll work on that.
And it's underrated. I think peanuts are underrated because if you're sitting in the stands, you look around, there's usually only like one person in your section eating peanuts. People don't eat peanuts as much as I think they used to. It's kind of it's a dying ballpark food, I think, in a lot of ways, which is a shame.
It is. I have peanuts.
All right. I kind of knew where that was going, but Drew reminded me of another one. Now I'm torn. I'm just going to go with, even though it's a little Coors Field specific, the Todd Helton burger or hamburger. That thing is just phenomenal.
Yeah, Helton burger. That's a great pick.
Great pick. Yeah, I'm not even going to argue with that because it's just a great pick.
I mean, I'm not going to argue it, but burger is just not a baseball park food. I get it.
Does that just like all burgers? So now burgers are off the board.
I feel like the burgers are off the board. I feel like the Todd Helton burger is a very specific thing.
I couldn't tell you what's on a Todd Helton burger. It's a burger.
Well, okay, Patrick,
nobody knows.
You're not
It's
from
secret.
Colorado, so your opinion is not relevant here.
Special secret sauce.
Ballpark food. Ballpark food is what we're going with.
Helton burgers are legendary.
Now, this should have been the second one off the board, or the third, or the fourth, anywhere at this point. And maybe I'm you're gonna shoot me down on this, but beer. I mean, who's going to the ballpark and not getting a beer?
Okay, now
beer, so I think we should count it.
Judgment. Okay, well, shoot.
Because I would have taken beer with my first pick. I thought it wasn't allowed.
Yeah,
no,
we're not saying
ballpark foods, not beverages.
Ballpark. See, this is where I was worried. I was like, is it ballpark cuisine? When you go to the ballpark, what are you either bringing with you?
We need votes
eating at the ballpark
comment section.
Consuming.
Yeah, we need votes in the comments.
You can't have a hot dog and beer. That is.
I was gonna say.
So already there's some biases right now going on because I got the two cornerstones right there, and I'm not even a big beer drinker myself. So I'm just saying, game got to recognize game.
Are we gonna allow this? I'll take myself out of it. The votes to the rest of you.
Oh man, I think of food and drink as very different things. That's why they're called that, food and drink.
Look, there's several more delicious beverages that go out there that some of you might be taking in rounds 3, 4, or 5. So plenty is going down. Makayla, you're on board with this, huh?
I mean, I was gonna pick it, but everyone's saying no, so
yeah. The comments have spoken. The community has spoken.
Okay. All right. Interesting. That's little confounding, but it does make sense why no one would have said it. I will say that. So I got to go hard here, back to back. I think I'm going to do all right. They're the only two I have on my board right now, the highest ranking. For my second round pick, I'm going to go with a ballpark staple, and that's cotton candy. Now, I'm a little older, so I might not frequent the cotton candy quite as much as previously, but I feel like, again, that is just an invaluable part of the ballpark experience. It's one of the few people that do walk around. The vendors, they got hot dog, they got beer, you got cotton candy. Those are the three that you're typically seeing. So I feel like cotton candy's a solid pick there.
That was a good one.
Good pick. You've got back-to-back pick, Patrick. So what's up?
I do. Well, next pick, And I would take this over a burger any day, just because I feel like the hot dog and the burger, they're kind of the antithesis of each other. And I don't know, maybe people are eating burgers too many times when they go out to eat. If you go to a place that has specializes in burger, that's where you get burger. You never go out somewhere and you order chicken fingers. So that's why you got to get chicken fingers at the Ballpark.
Chicken tendies.
That's it.
It's a good pick.
It's a good pick.
That's a good
I love
pick.
tendies.
It's great Ballpark food because it comes in a basket and it's very easy to take with you, walk around with it, hold your beer in the other hand. You can still see the game. That's a really, really solid. I feel like an underrated pick. You get some fries in that basket with it too. Throw a little barbecue sauce, get whatever you're dipping. Yeah.
I feel like third round pick is a good man. Patrick's getting some value here. I'm a little scared of his list. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
And now I've got myself a good 5-10 minutes to get ready for picks 4 and 5. So let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, my third round pick is something that I actually have never even. I think I've eaten one of them ever, but my scouts are telling me that this will be a popular pick in the world, in the baseball world. I'm going to go with Cracker Jacks.
That's so smart. That was so smart.
The value pick here is undeniable.
That's our
Cracker Jack in the third round. It's part of the song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Again, in the song. It's such a great pick. You got to trust your scouting. The analytics. I love it.
Cracker Jack's good, Spencer. You should buy Cracker Jack sometime. It's really tasty.
I might try.
You should also be commended because you did spell it Cracker Jack and not Cracker Jacks.
I was watching that too, Patrick.
So props. I was on it. Okay. There's a reason they call you SPK. You know what I'm saying? Well done.
All right, Drew, we're back. Third round pick, baby. What do you got?
All right. This one's tough. I got a few different directions I could go here, and I may need a ruling on this first one. I think I'm in the clear, and I think this is the way I want to go with this. I'm torn to get a little more creative, but I might be able to get the other thing that I want with my next pick. So right here, right now, I'm going to take a bratwurst. I think that's different enough from a hot dog to be its own thing, right? Are we good there?
Yeah,
Drew?
Yeah, totally different.
Absolutely good. Absolutely. No doubt.
And the funny thing is, I'm at home, not the biggest brat guy. I'm not going to make brats at my house. It's kind of like what Patrick was saying, right? But if I'm at the ballpark, and one I had at Miller Park in Milwaukee is just it blew my mind. It's the greatest bratwurst of all time. But if you can have a brat at the game, almost as good as having a hot dog. For some people, even better. I might want some. I'm
a brat. I love a good hot dog, but when I'm at a ballpark, I always get a brat because, like you're saying, I don't cook them that often. So it's one of the only times in my life where I'm I'll get a brat. I'm here.
Yeah.
Good pick.
All right, my turn.
Yeah.
I think this is along the same lines of what just happened, so hopefully you'll allow it. But I'm just going to go with traditional popcorn, the butter kind, not the Cracker Jack kind.
Safe for quality.
Is that okay with everyone? Are we happy with that?
Yeah.
Very quality.
I feel like under this category, you actually get all kinds of popcorn. It was like when our NBA guys did the draft of animals, and with the very first pick, Adam took dogs. And it's it's kind of cheating, but you do. When you take dogs, you get all the different breeds of dog. That's just what you get. And here with popcorn, you get all the different kinds of popcorn. That's a pretty fantastic pick.
That's a great pick. So, 15th overall pick. We're getting a little slim here on classics. So we might have to go a little bit deep.
This would be your spot, Kale. And again, because you shot me down, this would be a good pick for lemonade. Unfortunately,
frozen lemonade, it was my first thought here, but it's a beverage. So
exactly. That's a shame. Or hot cocoa on a nice April or May night during the week. Oh, some hot cocoa at a ball game. Unfortunately, we do not have that option.
I don't know if I've ever had cocoa at a baseball game.
Do not have that
Sounds
option.
Lovely.
Where am I going to go with this? All right, I got this. Classic. Bubble.
Oh, that's a good pick.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Bubble gum.
Big League Chew?
I was gonna.
We can upgrade you to Big League Chew. We can upgrade you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to alienate parts of my audience if they're like a Bazooka fan, you know. So I'm just going to leave it as generic bubblegum on here. And then, guys, I'm really struggling with this
soda. No.
There are a few pretty solid ones, I think, still potentially out there.
There are.
Milk Duds. I know that's the movie theater.
I mean, like, I eat pizza a lot at ballparks, but I don't feel like pizza is a popular ballpark food.
I mean,
voting wise.
We had pizza at Chase Field as a concession option.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got it at Coors Field too. And so
there's some decent pizza spots at Coors. It's mobile. One of the best things about pizza for sports is always that, you can walk around with it.
Yeah. You know what? I'm going to do it. I'm sending it. Everybody loves pizza. It's the 4th round. I'm going for it.
And that's quality 4th round pick.
I think because it's in the 4th round, I don't have as much of a problem with it. If it was any earlier, that's why I think you guys are really bringing your A game. The scouting was fantastic because I was expecting someone either pick 4 or 5, no matter who it was, to go pizza or to go burger. And you guys did not take that bait because pizza is not a ballpark food, nor is a burger. But if you go to enough games and you're hungry, you can try something different.
Yeah.
You go for a burger, you go for a pizza. That could be the best. That could be the best pick of the 4th round. That's a good pick.
Yeah, we'll see. Makayla's got something to say about that.
That's a good pick.
I feel like all the classics have officially been taken.
I think they have.
Yeah.
So I'm going to get a little creative with this pick and go with just a solid cup of warm French fries.
That was where I was going next. Excellent.
That's
Excellent
really
pick.
quality. Yeah.
Excellent pick.
I love me some French fries. I would eat them by themselves if they were more substantial.
Right. Oh, that's such a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you can snack on like that too over the course of 4 hours.
Oh yeah, fries with some salt and some ketchup. Oh, I'm in.
All right. Let's see here now. I am on the clock, and I'm going to buy myself just a little bit of time and buy everybody else just a little bit of extra money by reminding you to check out our friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook. You got to download that top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use the promo code DNVR when you sign up because you get this fantastic can't-miss offer for the Turkey Day Thanksgiving Day game between Pittsburgh and Baltimore. And the cool thing about it is if either team scores a touchdown, and my understanding of it, rudimentary as it is that is the point of football, to try to score touchdowns. And typically in most games, at least one of the teams does. And so if this legendary accomplishment is achieved by either Pittsburgh or Baltimore, they being DraftKings Sportsbook, will hook you up by doubling your money. That's right, double. That's 2 times whatever you put down in that game. So again, they're handing out sponsorship deals and stuff like this all the time. They got the best promos of anybody out there going. You got to check them out. You got to download that top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use that promo code DNVR. Must be 21 or older, Colorado only. Bonus comprised of a first deposit bonus. Deposit bonus requires 25 by playthrough. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-522-4700. And for my pick, I may need to specify this one down a little bit. I'll need a ruling from everybody, but I'm prepared to do that if I need to as well. We'll see if this is too broad, but I'm going to take barbecue.
I feel like it's too broad.
Yeah, we need a food item in there.
Are we talking
All right.
pork? Are we talking ribs?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with a pulled pork.
Okay.
A little barbecue pulled pork in whatever form. I feel like, right, you can sandwich it, you can have it with some fries, however you want to do. But I'm gonna get some barbecue pulled pork.
Now, Drew, are you?
Whatever else you need to around it. And there's a great barbecue spot at Coors Field out there in left, and it wafts up into the press box when just before the game starts, and it's just one of the most pleasant things in the world.
Drew, are you worried about having too much sodium between your third and fourth pick, between the brat and the BBQ pulled pork? Was that a concern for you?
You know that hasn't really been an issue for me. You'll be surprised to learn this about me, Patrick. I don't keep too close of tabs on my sodium intake.
A lot of protein. I like that. A very high in protein. Even the ice cream in the helmet so far on your draft board. It looks good.
Yeah.
All right, my 4th round pick. So I actually was considering taking this at 9 and then again at 12, but it's fallen all the way down to 19. Wow. I feel like this may not be a thing for a lot of people, but I actually have a hookup with these. And so after the game, I usually get like 5 or 6 for free. I'm going to go with the berry kebab.
Oh, that was my pick.
Oh, berry kebab. The berry kebab is a fantastic choice.
Is that spelled right? I don't know how to spell kebab.
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. That's perfect.
After the tornado fiasco, you're 2 for 2 here on this mellow.
Oh, well, I spelled tornado right. I just didn't spell tornado right.
So actually, tornado doesn't have an E, so.
Well, okay, then I spelled it wrong.
2 on 1.
I'm a graphic designer for a living, everybody.
So Spencer, maybe, it's going to be a while until we get back to Coors Field, until fans are allowed in. And if you can remember this tip, great. If not, more kebabs for you. But what is the hookup? Do you just know somebody there? Or is this something that they have to throw out and you wait for the final out? What's the tip?
It's both of those, actually. It's great. So we have some friends at the golf course that have season tickets that are actually up in the top section. They know the usher that is right behind home plate, literally directly behind home plate. So they get to sit for free in the 2 handicapped spots and behind the row. And then she'll literally just work. Like if they get busy at the berry kebab place, she'll put on a name tag and go over there and make a few. And then after the game, she just brings whatever's left over that they didn't sell over to me. It's great.
Clutch.
Wow. Living the life.
That's the move. All
right. Now we're down to where winners and losers are made, where legends are born. This is the time.
Yeah, you put me in a tough spot, and my board is going to get a little too heavy on the meats here because I see a couple opportunities, and I don't think they're going to get shot down, but they're not. Got to diversify my portfolio here, and I think I'm going all in the same direction here. Corn dog. Let's say corn dog at the.
Ooh, that's a good pick.
I already got the hot dog, which is a shame, but you know what? I got to go with the corn dog. And you know what? I got the wraparound pick and number 21, which is my favorite number, sausage and onions or sausage and peppers.
Leading into the corner, and I was trying to have everything centered. Like, you're messing with my jam, man.
Quit harshing his buzz, bro. We got
21, sausage and peppers.
Sausage and peppers?
What now?
Isn't that a bratwurst?
Similar. A brat is different than sausage.
Well, I mean, a bratwurst is technically a sausage. That is, but it's more like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle isn't a square type thing. But
correct. I followed you on that one.
I mean, you can have it.
Yeah,
it's fine.
I was gonna go ice cream and something. Ice
and
cream and a cone was a potential there, but I was worried that was going to be controversial. We'll see.
All right, Spencer, where are you going?
All right, for my 5th round pick, I don't know how I didn't think of this one earlier. I'm just going to send it. I think people are a little behind the curve. They still go for the chicken tendies, but I'm just going to go with chicken wings.
Yeah, all right.
By the way, we have the best
regularly at a ballpark nowadays. It's not just a restaurant food nowadays.
Yeah.
DNVR bar has the best chicken wings I've ever had. The salt and vinegar. But Coors Field, when I'm drunk enough, Coors Field chicken wings over by the like 117 area, that where you get to walk in, grab chicken wings, grab a beer from a cooler, and then just walk right out. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's fantastic pick. Chicken wings, again, it's back to that. Not really considered a ballpark food, but it's great food anywhere. Solid pick. Not a lot of ballparks have great wings yet. So that's one thing. But if you can get good wings at a ballpark, always good.
Could be a George Costanza situation. It's going to be
right.
You got to be near a restroom if you're going to town on those bad boys.
All up over your face. All right. So I've got myself, as Patrick was saying earlier, I've got my staples here, with the pulled pork and the brat. We've got hefty carbs going on. We got some peanuts for a little snack. I've got my dessert taken care of with the ice cream, but I need that side. I need my starch. Makayla jumped out in front of me, got the nice warm French fries. So I'm going to go with what I actually prefer, though I don't think the audience will be with me on this as much. I still can't walk away and leave tater tots on the board. So I'm taking tots. I'm a tot guy first. It depends on how they're prepared. Certain places I'll take the fries over the tots, but when given an opportunity, typically I'm going for those tots. And so I think Makayla is going to get more people with the fries pick, but I'm gonna grab those tot people out there. I'm gonna get.
It's a good fifth round pick. I would have been disappointed if you took it before fries, but coming 6 picks later, I think it's a good pick. It's a good round out pick. It rounds out your list.
Yeah.
All right. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little overwhelmed. I feel like I've had a really good draft, and this pick could really make or break it. And I'm either going to go a dessert round or another type of meat. But I'm nervous because I feel like if I leave out a dessert, then people are going to get mad at me. I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed.
You could win this thing right here, right now. No pressure. But
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do. Okay. Okay. I don't know if I need a dessert or if I should stick with the meal, like the snack. Oh, I don't know what to do.
Do you want to do an ad read while you think about what you want? That really helps me out.
Go for it.
So get WGT Golf totally for free today over at DNVRGolf.com. Over 20 million people in the world are playing it, including everybody here on the DNVR staff. You got to join that DNVR Country Club 4 now. That's right. We've got a 4th one up, and there's a really cool thing going on now where basically through Christmas, we're holding weekly weekend tournaments, and all you got to do is submit a screenshot to either our pinned tweet on DNVR Sports or info@thednvr.com, and you will be entered to win a shirt of your choice and a mask. And again, that's all for playing a game that is totally for free. WGT Golf at DNVRGolf.com. Makayla.
All right. I think I made my decision, and I will put a disclaimer that if I lose, it's going to be the fault of Harrison and D-Line. But I'm going to go with Dippin' Dots as a dessert.
That's a good pick.
Oh, that's you read pick. The comments. That is cheating. That is straight cheating.
I thought of that way long ago before any of them picked it, but they sold me on it. So I need a dessert, and I feel like I just need to round it out with a dessert. If my other choice doesn't get picked, I'm going to be really mad at myself, but it's fine. We'll be fine.
Nope, that's a great pick.
That was really good.
There.
I got to be honest, I'm having a real Adam Mares draft here. I am reaching all over the place.
Charleston Chew?
My list doesn't make sense together, but you know what? I'm going to wrap it up with one of my favorite things to eat while I'm watching baseball, and that's jalapeno poppers.
Ooh, good one.
Okay.
You know, like, I'm not going to win at this point. I know that. Like, we're just rolling, and I'm going to try and round out my list with foods that I like, which is what this is.
Oh, man.
My other pick, in case anybody cares, was a chili cheese dog. I don't know if that would have counted, but...
I had the same thought. It's probably not, but you know what? I think we could have done a better job in the rules committee to make it clear so we're not digging down to, like, you know, tots, corn dogs, and jalapeno poppers and scraping the bottom of the barrel that items that, you know, you might not necessarily be able to find in every ballpark. But funnel cake was one that, you know, we all left out there that would have been a real good one. Could have even gone 4th round at some point.
Here's the thing. I like hate funnel cake, so I'm never gonna take it. Like, it's greasy, it coats your mouth, it doesn't actually taste good. Like, it just smells good, which is why, like, you're walking by and you want a funnel cake because it smells sweet and delicious, and then you buy one and you're 2 bites in and you're like, this was the worst decision I ever made in my life.
I used to make funnel cakes, fun fact.
Really?
They're a pain in the butt to make.
Oh. And none of us took any candy or anything. I saw some people asking for some candies. D-Line wanted M&Ms going. I don't think of candy as a ballpark food. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the thing is, if you can't really buy it somewhere at the ballpark, or even if you can, why you eat that when you're at the movie theater and other places? It's what's the ballpark cuisine? Like we started the episode off with, is some of the weird, crazy things. I'm not going to the supermarket and get crickets. But if I'm in Seattle, you're going to go and try that, you know? And I think that's kind of the essence of ballpark food.
Sure. Totally. Will coming in with a lack of burrito and cheesesteak on this list. Cheesesteak was another. I think if we were in Philly, that would have been a first one.
Yeah, I feel like cheesesteak is like very area specific. And if you get one outside of Philly, they're actually just garbage. So that was a tough one.
Tacos would have been a good pick. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Wow, I really lost this draft. Makayla, do not even put me in the poll. I am looking at this list, and while I like all the foods on my list, I have got absolutely no shot.
I'm a little worried about my fan base not knowing what glizzy is, so I would just only ask that it be reverted back to hot dogs, so folks know, like, oh yeah, no, Patrick won this one.
All right, fine.
I don't know, Patrick. You got like the meat lover's dream on your list. That might
or an 8-year-old's dream. It could be an 8. Now, again, these are not my foods. These are not my foods. Things did not go well. You guys did way better than I was kind of anticipating. The whole no liquids and no beverage, that really threw me for a loop. And if I get removed from the DNVR Rockies podcast permanently, I'll understand that, because when you make a catastrophic mistake like this, when you have the first overall pick, you just shouldn't be representing a brand like that.
It's all right, Patrick. I kind of think Spencer is the dark horse in this. He's got a pretty good lineup.
Low key, I agree. Yes.
I think Spencer's got a great Coors Field lineup with the Todd Heltenberger and the Berry Kebab on there. Like, I think if Rockies fans show out, then Spencer might take up this dub.
I'm nervous. I actually think if I went to a game right now, I would order everything on Makayla's list or get it, absolutely, other than the nachos.
Yeah. I would order Makayla's list exactly. That would be how my day went. I would start off with helmet nachos, and at the same time I would buy sunflower seeds. And then when you're feeling a snack, you go get popcorn. And then late in the game, you get French fries and Dippin' Dots. Like, that is a very solid, like, going throughout a game.
Sounds like a really good day at the ballpark.
Oh, man. Mac, you killed this. You killed this, Mac. I gotta give you props.
If you tried to eat all my foods in order, you'd be dead. Even if you maybe do it in reverse order. It's like, I had some tater tots and then some barbecue pulled pork. Then after that, I had a brat. Then it was time for the ice cream. It's like,
I think you're definitely getting the meat sweats. You're definitely getting the meat sweats with my roster, and then with Kale's, you're calling out work. You're calling out a sick from work the next day.
Yeah, some churros and some bubble gum.
Your stomach does not want in one day.
Kale, by the way, do you swallow your bubble gum? This could be important. This could be a game changer here.
Just having some jalapeno poppers and some bubble gum. What are you guys doing?
I don't swallow my bubble gum, so I don't know if that should disqualify. I mean, guys, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to win anyway. So.
It was a valiant effort, Kale. It started off really strong. I was sad that churros was gone so soon, because churros are my absolute favorite thing in this whole world besides coffee. So I think you started off strong.
I mean, I was really banking on helmet nachos being there at the 5th pick, and you taking them at 4 overall threw off my whole draft. It really did.
Yeah.
Threw off my whole draft.
The top 4 picks were solid. I mean, if you'd gone peanuts, that wouldn't have been exciting at 5, but it would have been understandable. Right?
It probably would have set me up for a better draft.
I think so.
But I panicked. I made a panic pick purely to spite Makayla, and then my whole draft was ruined.
If Makayla ends up with churro instead of sunflower seeds, she might walk away with this thing. If she's got nachos, churro, popcorn, French fries, and Dippin' Dots, So you maybe didn't win it for yourself with that first round pick, Kale, but you may have made it more competitive for the rest of us.
That's true.
You blocked Makayla hardcore.
You're welcome.
That's true, because because if Makayla has churro, you go, all right, that's cool. She's sitting behind you eating that churro. You're like, man, she's got good taste in food. But now, because she's got sunflower seeds and she's spitting them all down the back of your neck, you go, I don't know. I don't know about
this is a really weird hill to die
Patrick,
on.
I don't
People have been
understand how you
eating
can
sunflower seeds at ballparks
like
for like
baseball.
decades and never had any issues.
Yeah, like I don't understand how you can be a baseball fan and not like sunflower seeds. That's like an
I
oxy.
love them. I'm just saying it is a little questionable that if that was still on the board with the 11th pick, I would have been thinking sunflower seeds, but I don't know if I would have the stones to actually pick it.
Well, I think sunflower seeds appeals to the older generation of baseball fans, so I was trying to pander to some of my older generation fans. So we'll see
It's
how.
still a good pick. It's still. What's the flavor of seeds though? Maybe that could also win a few more folks over.
It's a toss-up between cracked pepper and dill pickle.
Oh, cracked pepper is the only way to go at a ballpark.
Dill pickle's not bad either. Yeah.
I also am a traditional girl too. I love the traditional, the salted, but
Yeah, just give me some regular seeds. That's what
Isn't
I
there a
want on the
ranch?
pad to say. Regular seeds. That's what I want.
Isn't there a ranch flavor too in seeds? I feel like that was.
there
a thing
are,
for
yeah.
a
The
minute.
ranch ones are good too.
I have not had those, but they sound fire. I will have to try those.
And as Sean points out in the chat, I did try to go budgetly, so drop in bank at this baseball game. Okay.
Right. Totally. All right. Well, you're going to have to let us know out there what we missed, who you think won, who's got the best team. Let us know, too, who's got the worst team and why it's Kale. And then we could all continue to laugh at him on the internet. But the only way we can do that is if we're all laughing at him together on the internet. Subscribers of the DNVR.com can join us in our private Discord channel, and we can all laugh at him privately in there. Or you can get on Twitter, follow me at Drew Creasman, at Kalle Sorbo, at Patrick D. Lyons, at Makayla E. Perkins. What are you at there? Is it at Big Drive Spence, or are you just at?
Yep, that's it.
Yep. At Big Drive Spence. You can let us know who won, let us know who lost. Continue to enjoy having the fun, and let us know what your list would have looked like. What other, even though we did all of those foods, as Will said, there was still some out there that got left off the board that could have been pretty good. So this was a lot of fun. And again, like I said, check out if you're looking for some more traditional Thanksgiving Day fare. Our NBA guys did the Thanksgiving Day food draft. This has been a blast. Make sure you're following everyone on social media. You're subscribing. You're doing the thing. You're socially distancing. You're either having or have had a fantastic Thanksgiving. Your belly is full and you're enjoying the loved ones around you in as safe a way as possible. Thank you all for continuing to be absolutely awesome out there. I promise you we will continue to be absolutely Drew Creasman, Kalle Sorbo, Patrick Lyons, Makayla Perkins, and Spence Smith in here. And until next time, we will see you at the ballpark.